Assalamu alaikum, you're welcome back to my channel. In today's video we'll be learning how to cut a jilbab. So without further ado, let's get straight to the video. So I'll be using 4 yards of crepe material for this jilbab. I have my tape, my scissors, my chalk and my sewing machine as well. So let's go straight to the cutting. So I've already folded my fabric already. I place them on each other. The back side is underneath while the front side is on top. Then the difference between them is 8 inches and I added extra 1 inch, making 9 inches. You can see that's the front and that's the back. So from the folded edge, I'll measure 6 inches. That's my edge circumference, 6 inches. Then from the 6 inches, I'll place my tape diagonally and measure 27 inches for my side length. I'll chalk it all the way down, then after that I'll cut it out. So I have to adjust my camera to be able to show you guys the sleeve. So that is my 27 inches, that is the side length. Then I'll come down to measure 8 inches for my round sleeve measurements. 8 inches. Then after that I'll go in by 1 inch. I went in by 1 inch to give it a curve like so. Then I'll take the line all the way to the edge of the fabric like so. Then I'll cut it out. After cutting it out, this is how it looks like. So let's shape the down part of the jilbab. So I'll measure what I have on the down part. So whatever I have, I'll divide it by 2. That's what I'm chalking right now. Then I'll come over to the edge and go up by 1 inch like so. And I'll give it a curve like that. Then I'll connect it from the down part all the way to where I connected. Then I'll cut it out, and this is how it looks like after cutting out. So for the edge circumference, I went down by 1 inch and connected it back to the edge to avoid bulge at the neck area. If you don't do your own like that, it's not going to enter the person's head. So after that, let's work on the cap. So I folded my fabric into 2 like so. I already cut out the exact amount I need for the cap, and I'll fold into 4 like so, you can see. So the height or the length of the cap, I want it to be 4.5, but I'll mark 5 inches. Then the circumference is 7 inches. Remember the end circumference is 6 inches, but I added 1 inch here, making it 7 inches. Then for the down part, I mark 2 inches, and I'll connect the points together. After that, I'll cut it out and show you how it looks like. So after cutting it out, this is how it looks like. This is it. So now let's work on the sleeve. The length of the sleeve is 8 inches, while the width is 10 inches. I have two of it. So I'll open it now and I'll bend over like about 4 inches because I'm going to allow elastic to pass through it, just like a casing. I've bent it over already, you can see. So now if I measure the length of the sleeve now, I'm going to have 6 inches. You can see that's the length of the sleeve. So now what I'm going to do now, I'll just hem that small part a little bit, which I have already done it. You can see it. I've hem it. If you have an overlocking machine, you can overlock it. So after that, I'll stitch on it like so. This is how it looks like, you can see. So I'll bring the elastic that I want to use. You can decide to use any type of elastic you want. This one is 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch elastic. So I'll go ahead to my sewing machine. Right from where I stitched the first place, I'll stitch another one again, just for my elastic to pass through it. So this is what I'm talking about. I want to make 2 end casing, like I want elastic to pass through it 2 times. So this is just the first one. So now I'll make the second one right beside it. This is how it looks like. I don't know if you can see it properly. You can see the 2 end casing that is there. That's the 2 places the elastic is going to pass through. So now I'll bring in my elastic now. I'll use a safety pin to pass through. So I have finished passing through the first elastic. You can see just the first one. So I'll go ahead now and pass through the other elastic, through the other encasing. So we are done, and this is how both sleeves look like. You can see them. So now let's work on the hijab cap, the jilbab cap. So for our cap, we are going to stitch from the edge over there up to the point where the opening is. So after stitching that part, you stitch the other part as well. Then you trim off excess fabric. So because we are turning it out, if you turn out, so that is going to balance. So let's work on the main jilbab itself. So the first thing we are going to do now is to bring the front part of the jilbab and just hem it a little bit. You can use an overlocking machine if you have one. After hemming it, this is how it looks like. You can see. So I'll bring in the back part of the hijab and place it on the front part of the hijab and sew the side with 1/2 inch. You can see this is the back because of the notch there. The front, we have already hemmed it. You can see the front. Then we'll place them together and sew them by the side with 1/2 inch. You can use a pin to hold yours to avoid it shifting. So you can see I have stitched both parts. You can see. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to fix the hijab cap. This is the cap of the jilbab already ironed. Then I'll bring in the jilbab and match it center to center. Remember, we are fixing the cap to the back. You can see. Then I'll fix it center to center and I'll sew it 1/2 inch. You can use pin to hold it down. So after sewing it with 1/2 inch, this is how it looks like. I have finished stitching it. You can see how beautiful it is looking. Look at one side of it and look at the other side of it. So looking neat and beautiful. So now let's fix the sleeve. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to fix the sleeve to the jilbab using 1/2 inch. After fixing the sleeve to the jilbab, you can see how it looks like. Look at it. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to fix the jilbab together, starting from the sleeve all the way to the hem of the jilbab using 1 inch. So I am done sewing it together and I've already hemmed it down as well. Let me show you how it looks like. This is it. I used 1 inch and sew right from the sleeve all the way down. This is the cap, the head part. You can see. Then after sewing, I'll go ahead and overlock it to give it a neat finishing. Look at the down part. You can see that the front and the back are meeting. One is not longer than one. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. If you find the video helpful, make sure you give me a thumbs up, like the video, share and comment, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Masalam.